start with all good things with a question. What are the top frustrations for L&D leaders today? I got a couple of them in the room. I have a list of some things here that I came up with in my research, but I want you to raise your hand if they apply to you, okay? Learner engagement. How do we get these people to actually care and engage in our training space? Okay. How about leadership support? They say they want this, but where are they when that time comes, right? Measuring impact. This is more of an inside one, right? But do we really know if it's doing what it's supposed to be doing? What about rapidly out of date training, right? You make it and then it's no good anymore. Resource constraints. All of the above. Lots of hands. Great. Here's the thing. There are lots of reasons why those are the problem. I also believe partially it's us. And that's the tough thing. Traditional L&D practices don't always fit the needs of our business. I'll give some examples. Learner engagement, standardized, tried and true formats, make sure you feel relevant and personal. We've been through it 100 times. Leadership support, L&D is often siloed. That's not always just their fault, right? And we're reactive, not integrated with strategic goals. Impacts, traditional metrics are designed to judge learning efficacy in a business environment, which we're talking about business impact. Updating training, we have long design and development phases, meaning training can't keep up with real-time needs. And resources, that long time frame costs money too, right? So, we need a different approach. I have a recommendation, something we should try. Let's look to product for inspiration, and there's a good reason for that. L&D's mission is behavior change. It supports the business. This is also fundamentally true of product. They just focus externally when we focus internally. Product is about understanding users, learners in our case, defining real problems and designing solutions that lead to lasting change. This focus on users and understanding the problem they face, friction they experience, leads to more effective behavior change strategies. You have to meet people where they are to get them where you want them to be. This shared mission of targeted behavior change and learning as a product is a natural fit. So let's talk about what that might look like. It can transform how we think about our work. So let's go back to the same examples we had before. Engaging learners. What do we design learning with learner needs at the core focus? Providing multimodal and adaptive solutions like leveraging existing leaders as facilitators and building accountability frameworks alongside our learning. What if we prioritize behavior change that directly drives company objectives, ensuring programming aligns continuously with business goals? How about identifying predictive behavior change and tracking business factors impacted by that behavior change? That's a good way to connect directly to business impact, right? Rapid prototyping and MVPs keep learning relevant and adaptable to the needs of the learners. And ruthless prioritization and utilizing those MVPs allows us to do more with less, focusing resources where they can drive the greatest impact. That's all well and good, but what does it actually look like to do that? Well, let's use the classic ID model as our example. How does analysis work under these circumstances? Well, we shift from broad needs assessment to in-depth learner problem analysis. Engage leaders to understand the business goals and frontline team members to understand the real barriers that learners face, top down, bottoms up. For design, we start with an outline or prototype for rapid feedback from leaders and learners alike, designed to directly address those root causes. We prioritize elements to create an MVP using quick iterative cycles. We launch as a pilot whenever possible, adapting and iterating to support learners continuously. And then we measure continuously through. We track that behavior change and hopefully the resulting business impact. So let's use an example of this. Who's ever been asked to create a continuous feedback culture at their company? A couple of people? Yeah. So traditionally, we probably assume feedback skills are missing. We focus our assessment on skills and knowledge development. We design standard training modules to cover those principles. We finish with something polished, beautiful, multimodal. We offer mandatory training with limited follow-up, probably, and we measure satisfaction and attendance, and we dust our hands. How about instead, we conduct user research? We discovered that the real barrier is discomfort and fear of consequence. We then prototype a feedback toolkit based on learners' needs, something small, something practical, something we can iterate on. We refine with real-time feedback, adjusting the toolkit to cover handling difficult reactions. We launch as a phased rollout with peer support and coaching alongside it. And then we measure real behavior change, tracking speed and efficacy of the calibration process, as an example. That's something we can do, right? Super quick. So, Here's my call to action for all of you. If you have any interest in trying this approach out, 3 things. 1, learn from your product teams. You have people in-house who think like this all the time. Grab 30 minutes for coffee and talk to them about how they would approach X, how they would approach Y. Become problem obsessed in a good way. We can be very centered on the solution that we want to create and not deep enough on the problems we're solving for. And then prototype and pilot whenever possible. Next time you have a rollout of a program, find a way to pilot a small version of it. You'd be amazed at how much you learn and how much you can improve things before you go forward. And that's it.